Like hell yes to make sure.
Recording. I'm recording.
Awesome.
Yes.
I typed this up really fast, and I didn't proofread all of it, so there might be some spots that either I missed or there's things that I don't know. We might have to go over it again, but we'll figure it out as we go.
This is why you're asking about stuff?
Yeah, this is why I've been asking. A lot of this has just been like off the top of my head, so
Okay.
the orders of things and stuff. I know I should be keeping better notes, but I just haven't been.
You're fine.
Oops. I meant to type loop. Beyond the northern reaches of the Sword Coast, there lies a region shrouded in magical everlasting rhyme. Icewind Dale. Oriel the Frost Maiden has cursed these lands. Each night she takes to the sky on the back of a white rock and weaves her spell, which manifests as a shimmering curtain of light, a beautiful aura that illuminates the night sky and fades before dawn. We find a young druid, Ophelia, in the Northlook, an inn and tavern in Bryn Shander, one of Icewind Dale's largest of 10 towns. She is sharing a meal and drink with devout stepbrothers Cleric Clyde and Monk Kieran. The three of them are about to partake in a steaming hot plate of roasted apples. Just then, the door to the Northlook bursts open. A stranger rushes in and begins devouring the roasted apples. This stranger is none other than Paladin Craig. He is joined by three other comrades, Sorcerer Adol, Bloodhunter Gale, and Rogue Vorn. Little did they know it, but these 7 adventurers were about to become close friends as heroes. Our heroes find a dwarvish woman beckoning to them. Lynn, a retired bounty hunter, informs Craig that villagers from the larger 10 towns establishments have gone missing, only to be found dead days later. Our only lead is a suave gentleman, Stefik Caltro. He is the bodyguard of a shady traveling merchant, Torga, who owns Torg's merchant company. After some asking around, the gang finds that Torg's was last spotted in Kaer Konig. After acquiring supplies, our heroes set out for the long journey across the frozen wasteland. After a long day's travel, our heroes find themselves in the small town of Kaer Denivel. They find that the most of the buildings here appear to be ramshackled and boarded up. They stop at the uphill climb, a quaint inn. The nervous innkeep refuses their stay. After pressing him, the gang finds that the town speaker, Kranak Seaver, has fallen ill. He asks the gang inquires at the Kaer for a room to stay. Arriving at the Kaer, we find our heroes rebuffed by an odd human gate guard, Horwar. He turns the gang away, even after they offer healing services for the speaker. They decide instead to investigate the perimeter of the Kaer and steal their way inside by climbing a wall. Stealthily, they infiltrate one of the Kaer's main towers. They find that the castle has been overtaken by cultists. With cunning wits, they acquire cultist regalia and learn of Playwind Dale, the ever-popular gentleman's reading literature. Dressed as cultists, the group decides to investigate the castle further. Many of the cultists don't pay them mind. The gang gains entry to the keep proper in pursuit of the speaker. The group stumbles into an office with a pompous tiefling named Kadroth, who is convinced that Levistus, an archdevil, is guiding him through the fire in the fireplace. He entertains the fib that the speaker is ill. He seems weirdly obsessed with the fire, so the gang leaves him be. Vorn splits off and stumbles into a room with an older woman. She explains to him that she's been waiting for this moment and tells him about a Shardolin dragon that is being constructed. She then dies. Vorn regroups. Upon finding the speaker, the gang learns he isn't actually sick. He's being kept held hostage. Krenok pleads with the party to rescue him from the Kaer. They agree and take him along as they further explore the castle. Exploring room after room, the gang eventually stumbles upon a mirror. Some of our heroes see creatures in the mirror from the corners of their eyes. Clyde denounces the mirror must be cursed and decides to smash it. The moment he lifts his mace, a portal appears. The instant Clyde smashes the mirror, a high elf clad in golden robes steps from the portal and casts out his hand. As the creatures from the mirror begin to fabricate, an oblex, a drow, a high elf, a tiefling, an orcish warlord, and an ancient black dragon, the high elf finishes his spell. Portals under each of these creatures swallow them in an instant. The High Elf nods and returns into the portal whence he came. The group decides to assault Kadroth. They find that when he or other cultists die, they completely freeze into solid ice. They also find strange black glass-like shards on each cultist they dispatch. Some of the group collect them. With Kadroth gone, the cultists seem rather relieved. Some begin to party, celebrating the death of the alleged tyrant. That evening, Craig slips off unbeknownst to the gang, returning later in the night when everyone's sleeping. The following day, our heroes find a trapdoor and descend into the Care's cistern. They find frozen bodies under the water. Precariously navigating into the basement of the Care, the group eventually stumbles into a shrine dedicated to Levistus, and an albino tiefling named Avarice. Avarice is short and tight-lipped when the gang tries to strike up a conversation. She leaves abruptly with her gargoyle minions. Prior to leaving the Care, the gang reconnects with Speaker Chronic. He begins issuing them orders as if they are his servants. The group swiftly dispatches him and buries his body in the snow. They retrieve a scepter identified as Courage Seeker, and a crown which they bestow to the stable boy. They claim that he is now Speaker. Once they leave the Care, the gang bumps into the town guard. They are investigating an overturned bed in the snow in front of the Care, and ask the group if they know anything about it. After explaining that they know nothing, the group hurriedly leaves for Caer Konig. Upon arriving at Caer Konig, the gang is greeted by drunken Speaker Chorvis. The group is quickly informed that items around town have been going missing. The gang finds Torgs, but decides to prolong the intervention. Instead, their quest leads them to an icy stronghold on Kelvin's Cairn, which they find is controlled by a clan of Duergar. This is where our heroes encounter a fiercest warrior who delights in blizzards, feasts on hares in their burrows, plucks hawks from the sky, and devours an arrogant housecat, a lovable pseudo-dragon who earns herself the simple nickname of Nibbles. Upon dispatching Duergars in the stronghold, our heroes find a note in Dwarvish, giving clues to a frozen ferry located on the docks in East Haven, another large 10-towns establishment. The note also talks about the search for Chardolin, and ends with, "Long may our father reign over this dark land." The gang retrieves the stolen goods, or at least some of them, and returns to Caer Konig post-haste. They find that Torgs is packed up and is getting ready to leave. The gang scores an audience with Sefik. When questioned about his lack of attire, he remarks that he has been blessed by the Frost Maiden. The gang is able to discern that he is not telling the truth. They dispatch Sefik and Torg's bodyguards, and capture Torga to bring back to Hlyn. On the way back to Brinchander, the gang finds that the castle at Caer Denivel has been overtaken by the city guard. They report that the speaker has gone missing, and no one has been able to find him for at least a 10-day. They search the stables, but find no stable boy. Instead, a golden visage on his face rests buried in the hay, along with the crown our heroes retrieve from Cranach. One of the guards immediately steps in and takes the crown and visage for evidence of the missing speaker. The gang returns to Brinchander, returning Torga to Hlyn. In turn, Hlyn pays the gang their gold. As our heroes are due to leave for East Haven, a group of dwarves bumps into them. Their leader, Runa, asks a favor. They have been robbed their share of iron bars, and as they have lost their companion in a blizzard. She directs our heroes northward. They leave at once, finding the corpse of the lost dwarven compatriot as well as fresh tracks. Following the tracks, the gang comes upon several goblins dragging a sled to a wagon down by polar bears. They dispatch the goblins and claim the wagon for themselves. Our heroes return to Runa and set out for East Haven. They arrive to a wizard being burned at the stake and are approached by a woman named Imdra Arlagath. They quickly learn that Imdra, the leader of the town guard, is the leader of the town guard. When questioned about the man, they find that he is none other than Dazan, a famous member of the Arcane Brotherhood. Imdra explains that he had been tried for missing and dead adventurers, but seems to be hiding something more. She warns our heroes to stay away from all members of the Arcane Brotherhood, but doesn't explain why. She also tells our heroes of 4 fishermen that have gone missing out on the loch. She asks for help finding them and offers a reward. Later that evening, half of our gang partakes in Bard Ronaldo's seance, where they learn of a sunken treasure that rests at the bottom of Loch Denishir. The treasure belongs to a sailor who never returned to shore. East Haven residents report seeing the spectral form of the sailor's wife waiting on the shores for her husband to return to this day. This is the same spirit our heroes believe they have come into contact with during the seance. That night, the gang shares a dream of a boat bobbing up and down on the misty loch Dinishir. The gang investigates the docks for the ferry that was mentioned in Calvin Kern's note. Realizing that the Duergars can turn invisible, the gang boards the ferry. Clyde produces a vial of ink and splashes it in the room, revealing a hidden Duergar. The gang captures the Dark Dwarf, named Dirth Sunblade, and learn of his father, King Zardarok. Dirth confirms the soothsayer's suspicions that his father is indeed constructing a Shardolin dragon. The gang decides to have Dirth sleep with the fishies. They set out on the loch and find the rowboat in their dreams, along with discarded ale bottles and a catch of knucklehead trout. They find a cavern within the cliffside, which they scale over to. Upon gaining entry, the gang encounters a fork with 4 different pathways and decides to split the party. Down the first path, the gang finds a cave that suggests this cave. The gang finds cave art that suggests this cave was once a sacred ice giant burial hot springs. Down the second path, the gang finds an abandoned campsite with a diary of a man who was horrified by the noises he heard coming deep within the ice cave. Down the third path, the gang finds a pair of hungry direwolves. The gang regroups and dispatch the direwolves, and then they decide to explore the rest of the cavern. Our heroes find ice giants buried in ice beneath the frozen watery chasm. They encounter an old woman brewing a large cauldron of stew. They also find butchered up humanoid bodies. Members of the gang who take some of the stew find that there are human organs floating about the broth. They quickly assault the woman, who they find is actually a hag. She summons a will-o-wisp and 2 ice giant skeletons, which the gang swiftly deal with. Our heroes find that this cauldron magically turns water into stew, and return to East Haven with their newfound treasure. They bump into Speaker Daneth Whalen. Upon learning of its magical properties, the Speaker strikes a deal with the gang to pay them lawfully for the cauldron, thinking of the possibilities of feeding those who are hungry in East Haven. After much debate, our heroes agree to the trade. The gang has also taken curiosity in a giant Shardolin figurehead located in East Haven's town hall. Those who attended the seance see a waterlogged woman shackled to the figurehead. They decide to find Ronaldo and hold another seance in this very same room. Partway through the seance, Ronaldo begins seizing, and the woman attacks, possessing Vorn. After driving out the spirit, the gang turns to find several bandit warriors, here to claim the magical cauldron for themselves. They are swiftly killed. The next day, Craig is challenged to a contest by Yeti hunter Milbor Tafrek. He is on the hunt for the elusive Red Yeti. He travels with the gang towards Yeti hunting grounds and bids them farewell. Shortly into their search, our gang stumbles upon a mass of smooth black objects sticking up out of the ground. They decide to investigate, and soon learn that this is a spire plunged straight into the ground. Our gang investigates this spire, finding Dazan Simulacrum and a skeletal bodyguard. The Simulacrum asks the gang to help it down to the topmost or bottommost level of the tower, where he knows of a magical device that will turn him into a real human. The gang agrees, and precariously navigates their way into a pair of basilisks. After dealing with these foes, they continue their investigations to find this fabled chamber. They eventually find the chamber, and Dazan Simulacrum eagerly steps in, becoming transformed into an actual humanoid. He warns the characters of other members of the Arcane Brotherhood, Avarice, Nas Lantomir, and Velian Harpel. He asks that the gang murders any of these 3 on sight if they are spotted before he leaves to East Haven. Amongst several effects collected in this tower is a Shield Guardian amulet, which Vorn pockets. Our gang continues the search for the elusive Red Yeti. Several days and numerous normal Yetis slain, they eventually find a Black Yeti. Scoring its pelt, they return to East Haven, with a little help from a werebear along the way. Upon the return, the speaker turns the gang onto several strange folks who report to hearing radio signals in their heads. They point to a direction that the signal seems to be coming from before the group is able to get away. Our heroes decide to follow the direction of the signal, traveling from 10 town to 10 town. They find their way to the town of Dugan's Hole, where they meet Frostwood, Iselm, Bloodfang. Iselm is anxious to investigate a place that goes by the name Jarlmut, claiming it contains many treasures. The gang decides this is more important and makes way towards that direction. Not far out of Dugan's Hole, the gang is assaulted by Shardolin berserkers. After dispatching these creatures, Adol searches their corpse to find a ring that appears to be made of ice. He retrieves it from the hand of the slain berserker, and the gang swiftly teleport it to a mysterious cave. The gang finds a strange flame that flickers into the likeness of a woman. Ophelia identifies this woman as Oriel, the Frost Maiden herself. Neither Ophelia nor Nibbles are burned by the flame. The gang learns that this flame is powering the berserkers. They also come into contact with two young white dragons who threaten the gang to leave. The gang learns that the berserkers worship this flame as if it's a goddess. They learn that the effects of the flame prevent the berserkers from dying. Heeding the dragon's words, our gang leaves once more. After getting their bearings straight, the gang sets off back to Dugan's Hole to reclaim their wagon and intends to continue onwards to Jarlmut. The gang returns once more to East Haven. They stumble upon Oog, an orc paladin. Clyde decides he must walk his own path to be closer to his god, and says his farewells with the group. The gang collects their wagon and proceeds to Jarlmut. After several days of travel, our heroes arrive at several massive stone thrones stationed around in a circle. Under the light of the full moon, spectral Jarls appear. The most regal of Jarls, the Jarl of Jarl, lifts his hand and challenges them to fight in the center. They are pit against several monsters, and on the last round, Iselm turns against them with two frost wolves. The gang makes short work of her, and heads into a stone passage that uncovers itself within the largest throne. The gang discovers a strange dwarvish puzzle, as well as a magical horn. They collect what they can and leave via a magical portal. They face off against one final challenge, flocks of ravens and a giant with a flail made out of an anvil bolted to a large pole. Once the gang is free from harm, Vorn asks the gang proceeds southward. He is using his amulet like a compass to locate the Shield Guardian. After several more days, the gang finds Goblin stronghold Karkla Rock. Hanging from a death cage high on the cliff top drops a mysterious figure named Kronos, who chases Craig away from the party. Kronos shares his interest in Avar Choris, an ancient white dragon that roams Icewind Dale. Gale, being of Icewind Dale heritage, is most familiar with this dragon and knows roughly where it may be found. The gang obtains a strange metallic futuristic egg-like device. Vorn frees his Shield Guardian with some help from the party. They regroup back at their wagon and decide to make way for the 10-town Bremen. Around this time, our gang begins having nightmares. Many of them have a nightmare of a large furnace. Upon approaching it, they find the still beating heart of a dragon within, fueling its operations. Along the way to Bremen, the gang encounters a few rough patches, including ice giants riding mammoths and cold light walkers. One of their polar bears is frozen in complete ice, not too far outside of Bremen, to Ophelia's great dismay. And does anyone want to pick up where we left off last time?
Gail, you wanna say what happened last time?
I mean, I can.
Go ahead.
I think actually a few of you were here when I was talking about what happened last session. How Vorn decided to do very nice and amazing things to those bears. Nothing went wrong at all there, and nothing was violated. No corpses were defiled. Then we made our way into. Stens just said it. Brennan, I think you're Brethen.
Bremen, you got it.
And then there we found there was the buried treasure inn, as well as 5 taverns, or this was taverns, I think, that were all in like one massive center of the town. Pressed the tavern keeper for more information, and then we discovered that the tavern keeper was totally not related to a specific person back in Caer Konig that definitely didn't die brutally whatsoever. Um, we also learned that it was called the buried treasure because a lot of people were coming here in terms of looking for gold and shit like that. Because there was a lot of stuff that was washing up on the shore, a lot of currencies and stuff like that. I think we also learned someone mentioned something about a dark. Did someone say Dark Duchess? Was that the name? There was some sort of. I remember hearing Dark Duchess or something Duchess. There's a sort of a ship up south or north. Um,
Yep.
Rumors of it, like
Mike
there
said
being some
that.
sort of treasure or something like that. I think we also got Mike to draw us a map or finish drawing the map. We saw Ophelia's VTubers. And then we had an entire like 20 to 30 minute moment of just connecting a whole bunch of dots. And I think, like Sten said before, we are left with a lot of options, at least 3, about what we can do right now in terms of where we want to head out to. And I think that's all I remember. So if there's anything else I missed, someone should definitely add that in.
That was most of it. Um, some items that were found in Horwar's room were a statuette of Levistus, as well as a map of the Nine Hells, and issue 2 of Play Window.
The most important part.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what's interesting about Bremen is that the path that would lead from Bremen to Targus has actually been kind of buried in snow, and it's very difficult to get to Targus without. I mean, you guys have the Polar Express, so it's a bit easier on you guys. But if you guys were on foot, and even with the Polar Express, it might take a bit longer than how much it should. And most of the people who travel to and from Bremen are actually doing it over ice on the on this lake called Mariduldan, which I'm going to reveal to you guys. So what's interesting about Bremen, what's also interesting is the town center actually has 5 different taverns that all have different names, and you guys decided to head into one of them, where you found Rory and Mike. And Mike did indeed help draw the map. The map's not done yet. There's still, it's probably about half done at this
I
juncture.
still have things to draw.
Um, and the reason why the Dark Duchess came up was because ever since the path got snowed in, the town hasn't really been receiving shipments of ale and other forms of alcoholic drink. And there have been rumors that up northwest somewhere, there exists this abandoned pirate ship that may or may not have some ale on it, or a lot of ale, as the rumors go. And Rory actually offers the gang an exuberant amount of gold if they are able to bring him said ale from the Dark Duchess. One other important thing that happened last time was that Warren divulged his dream with the gang. Warren, do you want to reread your dream, or I could read it if you want me to?
You can read it. Just to keep in the
When-
essence of the recap.
Okay. So Vorin, because he's an elf, or what are the dark elves called?
Drow.
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 Drawing a blank. He doesn't sleep. He actually trances, but not every night, but many nights. He has this sort of vision, and the vision is of the soothsayer rocking back and forth in her chair. Uh, Nothing but darkness behind her. And as Vorn moves slowly closer to the soothsayer, she's kind of mumbling something, and as he gets closer, he hears her say, "What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?" A streak of lightning illuminates the room, and behind the soothsayer, Vorn sees an outline of a massive dragon. And then the room goes to complete blackness. And the final moments of Vorn's visiony dream, he sees the soothsayer dead, with the empty leg socket, and blood dripping and pooling where her prosthetic once was. Aside from that, I believe that's everything. We last left our heroes in. Does anyone remember the name of the tavern that you guys have gone into?
The something stream. River? It's something. It was one of the. I think it's something to do with water.
The mainstream. I don't know.
I believe it was the river's mouth,
River's mouth. Yeah, that's right.
and it's probably at this point it's early evening, I'd say. It spent some time coming to Bremen, taking a look at Horwar's room, and then you decided to hit up these taverns. What do you guys want to do?
Had we, excuse me, had we already like all met up together? Like we're because I know some of us were investigating the room. I think Ophelia and Nibbles were just already chilling in the tavern. Are we all together now?
Yeah, I think you set out all together, unless there's places you guys want it to be that's not in Bremen or in the taverns. Let me switch back over to Bremen here for you guys.
No, if we set out, then we set out. I just didn't remember what the hell we were doing. What the hell is this? Oh,
What time is it currently?
Um, it's probably around 6 p.m.
Well, daylight's gone. Um. Hmm.
Daylight
So-
is in fact gone.
We need to figure out where we want to go next. And if I remember, we've got a couple options. We there's obviously still that sound thing, which I'm starting to wonder how relevant that even is. There's the sound. There's also checking out the Duchess, and then there's also Voron's dream and such that we could also look into, which has
yeah. I think we're
supernatural
thinking
credit.
of going. I think we're thinking of going back to Cured and Evil. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
think
remember that being talked about.
I think that was one of the primary things on the books right there.
Yeah, it seemed like that was priority quest.
Do you want to just head out for there then?
No, we
I mean,
can.
unless anybody else has any other ideas, I'd say so. Yeah, I'm in for that.
I know he's not here, so he can't really weigh in. But when there was mention of the Dark Duchess, Kieran kind of perked up and seemed very interested in going in that direction. And I
I think he just
know
wants treasure.
Well, I remember Kieran say something about when he was like insulting this lady at the buried
Oh my
treasures about her
gosh.
inn. That he was like, "Oh, I lived better than this when I was a pirate." And I'm beginning to wonder if the Dark Duchess has anything to do with Kieran's past.
and I know Cronus isn't here, but he was very interested in Arviaturus, who would also be kind of around those parts. But again, they're not here, and I I strongly feel that since they're not here, they can't make cases for where they want to go. So it's
Yeah.
truly up to you guys.
Wait, why isn't Kieran here? He didn't say anything.
He didn't. I can ping him. I'll
Might as
get
well.
pinged.
This man probably just forgot or taking a nap or some shit. He's online.
Yeah.
Mm,
Sorry, you said Cronus was interested in what?
Arviaturus, the ancient white dragon.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Gosh, didn't you just listen to that whole recap?
No,
It
because
was in there.
no, yeah, because I heard the name and I was like, I want to make sure
Mhm.
that was the dragon still, because that name sounded really foreign to me, and I'm like, wait, what was that name again?
I guess we'll give him a couple minutes. But yeah, he kind of. I forgot to mention that he did kind of perk up at the mention of the Dark Duchess.
yeah.
Can we pull up the big map, Stents?
Yeah, sure.
Fucking
So-
YouTubers.
We're in Bremen, so the Dark Duchess and Cared Evil are completely opposite directions.
Yeah.
Did we want to go check out Cared Evil, see what we could find? If we find any leads, great. If we don't find any leads, then we can just head to the Dark Duchess next. Does that sound like it would work for people?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just I kind of blanked on the entire
I'm totally
very
fine with
good
that too.
conversation you guys had last time, so I'm like unsure what exactly you're looking for in Cared Evil.
I
It
think
just
that
seems
was
like there's a
also-
lot of stuff that might be going on there that we really need to look into.
The main key points was that I was having a nightmare about the soothsayer, which we met in Cared Evil, or I met. And then that there was a statue or some shit like that, or maybe like a mannequin, I can't remember exactly. It was frozen in ice underneath Cared Evil that looked like a replica of the statue of Levistus that we found in Huarhuar's room. Like, there's a lot of back and forth between.
Oh, did we confirm that was Levistus?
Yeah, he said it was.
We did? Shit, I didn't know that.
So when we go up to the gates of Cared Evil, what's our plan in terms of like, do we just say, hey,
No,
we want to look at things?
We just
Yeah.
stand around for. You stand around for 30 minutes trying to figure out how to climb the walls.
Yeah,
Well, I
right.
mean, we'd have to see what it's like because the last time we were there, it was like it seems like there was still a lot of they were trying to figure out what the hell they were doing. Did they have any speaker at that point already? Because we went back not long after, like to when we found that golden mold of that kid's face and shit.
I
I don't recall.
They were looking for.
I
What
believe
was
they
it?
had an interim
Yeah,
speaker,
that's the
Kevin
word.
Milkfryer.
Oh yeah, I think we met him. Yeah, because he was cool.
Oh, yeah, Milk Fryer. That guy.
I mean, we can go back and see what things are like, and if it looks like we'll have to sneak in, then we can do so.
Well, what we can do is we can just find that town's guard that took the mask off of us in general, and see if he recognizes us, and you know.
Did you catch his name by any chance? Did he have one?
No.
I guess. Well, that'd be kind of difficult. I think
Well,
we'd have to like ask the town's guard if they know of another town's guard that has a gold mask. It's kind of sus.
Well,
And who knows, maybe they would have discovered something because they were looking into that whole gold mask shit last time we were there. So maybe they figured something out.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think that was
They'll be
it
like,
probably
"Hey,
wasn't a
you
common
guys probably are
knowledge.
involved in this, and let's question you.
That's well, but we can't.
Hopefully, not interrogate."
Well, I mean, they can't interrogate us about the mask. I mean, the, the mask was something new to us too when we found it. Like we both found the mask at the same time.
Wow.
That's
I
what I'm
don't think
saying
I
is
can
like
be interrogated.
if we if we go back and ask about it, I don't think that mask was something that was like public knowledge probably. So they'd probably be like, "It's kind of weird you know about this," and then it would get around, hopefully, and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, there
Mhm.
were a group of adventurers there that you know
Yeah. Well, I mean, I
tried
guess it all
something."
depends. Like, are we gonna go back? Then I guess we'll kind of see how the situation is first, and if it's nothing too crazy, then we can probably just talk our way in,
Yeah, probably
and
there
if
might
not,
be a better system set up than there was last
we'll
time.
just hopefully maybe they'll have a permanent speaker.
Yeah.
A new voted one. Kind of curious to see who it is, if there is one.
I'm in favor of going back because the sooner I quit having these weird ass nightmares, the better.
Yes, I am as well.
And also, there was also. Oh no, sorry, I was thinking ahead of myself.
All right.
But you guys had decided to come to Bremen in the first place to get a good night's sleep, and more or less, that has yet to be done. You guys
Oh,
haven't.
we haven't slept. Yeah, we just
Yeah.
searched the room and then we just want to go eat.
Well, that's
That's
what I was
right.
saying. I don't want to.
We need to sleep.
Yeah, like I don't want to just head out right now. That's why I was.
Yeah, we paid for. I think we all paid for our rooms and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Yep.
good.
Oh yeah, we were drinking last time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Born was trying to get me to bang Fet or Ophelia, whatever.
Yeah, that is right.
Both.
And then it wasn't working, so I was trying to convince Ophelia to bang you instead.
Oh yes, the reverse rate.
And have we been able to get anything from our dream stance in terms of any location that it may be? Anything that looks familiar, or is it literally just it's just the furnace beating heart shit?
Roll history.
Oh,
First roll. Let's see how it goes.
oh,
I've got a +0 to this pog.
That one.
Nat 9
Pog.
actually. Fuck you.
That's okay. It's easy check. This is probably going to be one of the first things that was taken down when you were reconstructing the map. I think it's always kind of been a thought behind, in the back of everyone's minds, that at some point in time, you guys would have to venture to Sunblade (parentheses chapter 3), and more or less this was a key point that was depicted on the map that you guys found in East Haven on the ferry. Yeah, Ophelia was pretty drunk. And so this was definitely a place where it seemed like there was some high Charlatan traffic.
Traffic.
But yeah, because the map had kind of like places like Kelvin's Care and the ferry and like more or less different Duergar headquarters detailed on it. But when you guys did find the map, Vorn had kind of recounted that the soothsayer's concern was that you guys weren't strong enough yet. But it seemed to be after everyone's everyone kind of passed this trial at Yarmut is when right around when Vorn started having his nightmares. of the soothsayer and her mumbling, "What are you waiting for?" over and over again.
We're ready for chapter 3, guys.
Woo!
I'm not explicitly saying that, but
Go to chapter 3. There's a fucking 3 Tarask. He's like, "You guys weren't ready. Come on, you should take the hints."
That was a Taras.
So what are you waiting for? Was
Something
implying,
you
what
hope
are
you never
waiting
know about.
for? Roll a new character.
what half of 10 tons is now missing?
Imagine Godzilla and a Tyrannosaurus Rex were like morphed into one creature, and that's a
I thought that was
Tarask.
already what that was, but okay.
What?
I thought the Godzilla was a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Are you an actual fucking idiot?
I've never
Yeah,
seen
you
I'm
actually
glad
you
it
are.
wasn't me that
Never
just
mind.
said it. I was about to say.
I don't watch Godzilla.
Nobody asked you, bro.
Then how would I know?
I think a lot of people have never watched Godzilla, but they still know who Godzilla is.
Well,
Or
yeah,
what
it's
it
a
is.
dinosaur thingy.
You think it looks like a T-Rex, bro? Like, did you go to elementary school?
It looks like a Reptar from Rugrats.
What the fuck is that?
No,
Reptar?
Reptar looks like Godzilla, you fucking uncultured swine.
Oh my god. Dungeon Daddy, can you kick him? Can we just kill Ophelia? Fuck it.
I hope there is a fucking Tarask down there.
I
I
think
don't know what it is,
Stents
but it sounds not good.
I think Stents would like my Reptar reference.
Are you
Right?
talking shit? You saying Sense is old, bro? What the fuck?
What the fuck is this shit?
I am Reptar, hear me roar.
There, Reptar's in D&D chat for people who don't know what Reptar is.
If you don't know what
Oh wow,
Reptar is too.
I was expecting it to be a child.
Fuck
Oh,
you.
you're right, brother. Identical. Look at that. Uncanny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have hyper realistic Reptar.
Put in the fucking
Photorealism at its finest. Okay, back on topic.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say
It's back on topic.
before
What to
that?
say?
And if you really want to be scared, you can have the Shin Godzilla.
What the
Awesome.
fuck is that from?
That's Shin
Shin
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Shin Godzilla. Yeah. Awesome one. That was directed by Hideaki Anno, who did the Evangelion movies.
What do you guys want to do?
Kill myself. I mean, let's go to Carnegie.
Oh, I want to go to sleep.
Oh, right. We haven't slept. Yeah, let's take a nap. Or I don't know. Were we finished drinking? Were we doing something? Like, were we actually in the middle of something, or were we just like, all right, we're drinking. Let's just keep going. But otherwise, I will retire to my room and go to bed.
So you were drinking. You had that little interaction about how there's probably booze aboard the Dark Duchess, and then Mike was helping you guys with the map.
Oh yeah, Bourne was giving us an economics lesson that kind of backfired. Remember that?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. I guess. I mean, unless anybody else was doing, I'm just gonna. I was pretty drunk, if I recall, so I'm just gonna like drunkenly stumble to my room and just crash for the night.
Alrighty.
I'll probably end up doing the same thing, I reckon.
Alrighty. Does anyone else want to do anything while you're...
It was pretty early, so I mean, people can still do stuff if you want.
I don't know if there's anything to do in here, like in this
Was there any
town,
shops
actually,
in this
no.
place? Yeah. No.
I don't think we inquired.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't. Well, I'm already asleep, so I can't do anything about it now.
This is one of the smaller of the 10 towns. It's probably not likely that you'll find much more than, say,
Like
a general
7-Eleven.
store or... Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's probably around 8 in the evening by the time you guys leave the taverns. After doing all of the things you've done there.
Okay.
But yeah, if
So- If we wanted
sorry.
to go to Care to Neville, we'd have to take the south route out of Bremen. Is that what you said? And that's currently plugged up, right?
Yeah,
All right.
I mean, and it's possible that you guys would be able to make it. It just might take a little bit longer than usual. Or you could always try going on the ice.
I was trying to see what I could get my shield guardian to do as far as ice and shit.
Wait, do you have like a list of stuff it could do?
Well, I mean, apart from the fact that it's strong as fuck, I was gonna try to see if I could like, I'll have to deal with it whenever I wake up. But
Oh, are you asleep right now?
I mean, I will be going to bed
Uh,
shortly.
I went to my room to go to sleep. I don't know if anybody else did the same.
I was gonna do the same thing. I don't know.
Is there anyone who doesn't want to
I'm kind of
go
tired
to
from
sleep
being out in
this
the
way?
wild all the time. So
I wanna. Wait, Nimbles isn't with me in going into my room, yeah?
Should
Uh,
be.
Probably. I think you said you bought a room for you and
And
Nichols.
yeah, Nibbles was just like hanging out with you. I mean, I know he's not with me. So.
Then I'm gonna go to my room and wait for Nibbles to go sleep. But
Where's Nibbles? Where'd he go? She's. I don't remember what the fuck Nibbles is.
have you not checked if Nibbles has a giant penis or not?
I mean, no.
I haven't either.
I guess we'll leave that mystery for another day.
But I'm gonna wait for everyone else to go sleep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sleep on the cart because I don't have a room and I'm an outdoorsy type of bro.
I thought somebody got a room for you, but I guess I'm wrong.
I don't know. I wasn't here. Maybe you did, but
I think everyone paid for rooms. Like all the rooms were covered. I think.
yeah, I believe so.
wow.
If you want to sleep outside, feel free, man. It seems like a thing you do. Otherwise, you have a room. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, man. I slept in an igloo there one time.
All
Oh,
right.
that's a nice animation sense.
Oh, thanks. The
But
Reptar.
what's up?
The Reptar.
No, no, I'll tell you later. But
Okay.
I don't know if here
I just sleep on the cart with my mount.
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to go to other room for that or not.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So, real quick, I'm gonna grab some water, but yeah, we'll go to the other room. Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
All good, bro. Do what you got to do.
No, I'm talking about if you know how like Discord, if you click on someone's profile and they have Nitro, they can set up a banner for their profile. Stins has one in it. It's like a weird dragon snake thing.
Oh,
Stins is very into dragons right now. I can see.
yeah, he's quite a yiffer.
Does that even fall under Yiffers?
I don't know, does it, bro? I'm not a fucking fairy. I was joking.
The gold dragon.
Yeah, I was about to say.
That's what a
In
gold
my
dragon looks like.
pants.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So wait, in like in real life, don't dragons have like feathers?
I've never seen one in real life.
No.
Well, yeah, but like,
Did you just say dragons in real life?
well, I don't know.
You mean like maybe like in kind of like
Culture,
I
like
don't know,
history or
like
something.
like
In real life make believe, in
Mythology.
mythology. Thank you. I
It
couldn't think of the
No.
depends
word.
on
it
which part of the world
depends.
you're in.
Yeah,
Like I know in like I know Eastern dragons do not like they're scaly and they're like supposed to be like serpent like, but like
I
don't-
think
Or
No,
medieval
really know
ones
if-
are supposed to have feathers.
Generally, they
South
don't.
South African.
Really?
Wait, maybe not South African.
I
No,
didn't know they had
correction.
dragons.
South American.
You're thinking of like
Yeah,
Quetzalcoatl
Yeah.
and stuff
the
like that.
the
Yeah,
Aztec
that's what I was.
ones
Yeah, they
have
a
like
lot of
feathers.
those
The Aztecs had dragons?
had
Yeah,
feathers.
Every
like Quetzalcoatl
every
was like a
culture,
has
for
like
the
some
most
kind of
part.
dragon-like god at least.
That's pretty cool.
Every
Yeah.
every
Oh, it's
long-standing.
the Olte Riolte.
Yeah. Not. Yeah. I guess.
I mean, it could be like it's always kind of like
The Quetzalcoatl.
yeah, it's always kind of shown differently. I've seen some where it's just like literally like a giant ass like fucking eagle.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool.
You know, like the typical like
It's so
English ones are
cool.
just like fucking regular ass looking dragons.
Isn't Leviathan like a South American beast?
Leviathan.
I don't know. Leviathans, I think, is a biblical thing.
Leviathan
Because
is
depending on what, like it could also just be a big ass whale. I've seen
Judaism.
another one. It
Yeah,
could be a
Fed.
big ass sea serpent and shit
Fed.
like that. Yeah.
This one.
well,
See,
the
it's
concept. I think the
covered in
concept
feathers.
of Leviathan being like
Ah,
Look at all
beast
those
of the
feathers.
water, like is more like dates back to like
I
Babylon.
see. She also has big assets
or
too.
no, was it
Hmm?
Babylon?
Big feathers. It's all feathers, Fed.
All right, Ophelia, do you want to hop down in the other chat?
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking at that photo though.
All right.
I wish that show wasn't so fucking cringe with the fucking children lesbians because it was
I've never seen
pretty
it.
good otherwise. It's
Wait, the
not
children lesbians? Which part is this?
The whole
like
thing.
the little girl that has like a fucking hard on for the
Oh!
other little girl. It's super creepy.
Kana,
Yeah, and her little like kindergarten
yeah,
friend.
yeah, that's weird. Like that
It's
entire
super
show.
weird.
That entire show is just fan service, and the English dub is worse because they like try to
Yeah, I
make it
actually
like
liked it for the most part, but that particular thing was like
they
it was actually like really
changed
weird.
so many lines in the English dub, and it kind of bugged me. Like a lot of the lines in the English dub were like changed because fucking Jamie Markey, I don't know how you say her name, is like not a great human being. And she was the one who like ousted Vic. I can never say his last name, Vic.
Oh, Magno. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, she was like one of the leaders of that big fucking tirade against him, which was the grossest thing ever.
I remember
Like, that
that.
entire thing
It
was
was
so
weird.
gross. But like, she started changing all the lines to like. Okay, I'm gonna be very clear, but I'm gonna preface what I say. I'm not trying to make anything political, anything whatsoever. I'm gonna remain indifferent. But she changed a lot of the lines to try and push a lot of like feminist stuff, and it was really weird that they're using an anime which entire purpose is fan service basically to try and push a feminist thing, and it's like I feel like these are completely opposite from each other, so it seems really out of place for you to try to change these lines.
I remember. I think that's around the time that I kind of really stopped checking my Twitter because there was a lot of shit going on. That was just like, there was that whole Vic Magnolia thing, and then there was like a bunch of shit going on with like other, I guess, like celebrities that were kind of being like trying to get canceled and all that shit. I was like, dude, this is okay. Yeah, just took a break from social media as a whole during all that shit. But I remember, didn't that did she get like fired or like Funimation like terminated her contract or something?
I don't think they did. In fact, I think they started like supporting her and shit. They terminated Vic, which is why everyone got so pissed.
Oh,
Like
something like that. Yeah.
it was so gross. Like so many companies just gave Vic the boot because like one person on Twitter accused them. So like even though there was like no basis or anything for it, like I'm not saying before I say anything whether he's innocent or guilty or whatever. Literally just someone typed a message saying Vic did this, and everyone took it at face value and believed them, and he got fired from doing anything.
Yeah, I always hate when that shit happens because it's like then suddenly out of nowhere people are like, "Oh yeah, he like rubbed my shoulder in a really weird way," or "He was really creepy when I met him." It's like, what the fuck? Like, why not just say that before? Like, people are like, "Oh, it's because they're scared because they're victims." I'm like, "Fuck out of here with that bullshit, dude."
Unfortunately, a lot of it just ends up being for fucking Twitter clout, which makes it
Mm-hmm.
when there actually is an issue or an actual problem, makes it all the harder to like get it solved because
Yeah.
we've reached this point now where someone's just as likely to do it for clout as they are to make an actual case.
Fucking crazy. I'm kind of worried about whatever the fuck Ophelia's trying to bullshit his way through.
Pro Jared, no, from what I heard about Pro Jared, there was a lot of shit actually. Like, there was obviously there was never like some concrete stuff, but there was a lot of at least evidence against him, and it was a very much a he said she said type situation, which no one ever wins in.
Pro Jared, I'm not familiar with. Was he like a
If
YouTuber?
I showed you a picture of him, you'd probably know who he was. I'll find a picture of him.
And what was the deal with him? Like, was it the same thing? Like, somebody accused him of like being just a creep.
This was a bit more. This was his girlfriend. His girlfriend actually accused him of all this shit, and like there was a bunch of shit. Like I said, he was one of those cases where there was definitely like a basis. This guy's Pro Jared. There was like definitely maybe something he did, but it's like kind of hard to find any evidence.
I feel like I've seen a thumbnail with him or something. So yeah,
he was talking with some like underage fans and shit, and it was just really weird. I don't know. I'm always so like sensitive about that shit, and the second I see someone who's like an adult interacting with someone underage in any sort of questionable way, I don't know. It's just so weird to me, man.
I, for the same reason, tend to try to not talk to anybody that's like a lot younger than me. Which usually I would just kind of like, I guess when I was like in the dating scene and stuff, like I probably usually just kind of, wouldn't talk to the girl like if she wasn't even old enough to drink.
Oh no, yeah. My girlfriend right now is like the limit for me in terms of like because there's about a 3-year gap between us, and that's not even that big of a gap. But it's like if it was any more for me, that would be like really uncomfortable for me. Like I know for some people that's fine. Like I know some people are like, oh yeah, a 38-year-old dating a 21-year-old is perfectly fine, and it's like, you know what, you do you, but that's not for me.
Yeah, no, that's a bit much. I guess yeah, I get what you're saying though. Same thing. I mean, like I might maybe I don't know. I think
Why
under
is he rolling an
21's like
attack roll?
I have no idea.
You rolled a nat
Under
one
21
on
is
it.
usually not something I'd like to do, but I don't think I know anybody under 21 anyways. Not that isn't like some kind of family or like a relative of a friend or something. I feel like Fed's gonna try to kill me in my sleep.
With the nat 1 roll, no, he's not.
These second rooms are always like, it's weird for the recording part of it. Like, it's just like, none of this shit will ever be documented. Like, whatever the fuck is going on in there. But we're over
I
here
guess it's
having this whole chat about pedophilia and shit.
Oh yeah, fuck! I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. I'll just like super cut it out. Whatever. I don't even know what we were talking about. I wasn't paying attention.
oh this part is really like not important towards whatever the fuck we're doing.
You could probably just skip this part if you know how to edit it, because like there's nothing going on here. This isn't D&D related.
Sitting here watching Ophelia roll attack rolls.
I'm curious.
He better not be trying to kill my cat while I'm asleep.
I feel like he would not kill an animal.
I think you'd have
I
to
don't know,
pick your
man.
door
He's
lock
been
first.
pretty adamant about killing that cat.
Really? What the hell did your cat do to him?
Nothing. It's
Hmm.
just stupid. For some reason, like the first talking with animals where the touche was just like, oh, it's like, how'd you get in this room? And he like walked out and then walked back in. Ever since then, Fet's just been like, I fucking hate that cat.
If he kills your cat, then we'll make it to where he can never hang out with Nibbles anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying kill Nibbles, but we'll get like a restraining order.
I'll just have the shield guardian pick him up. And anytime we go
That's
to
sure.
transit or whatever, it'll just be holding him in a fist, like straight out of heaven.
That'd actually be great, bro.
My God, dude! At this point, we're gonna have like 45 minutes of session.
Yeah, fuck, dude, I got stuck in traffic. There's a big ass accident, and there's an accident, and then it's like on the part of the highway where there's construction, so it was super fucking congested. It took me like 30 minutes to get out of like that one section of fucking highway. There was a point where the traffic just wasn't moving when like the paramedics and shit were getting there. I was like, fuck, dude, people need to learn how to fucking drive.
Really?
Kieran just straight up didn't even fucking reply.
No, now he's trying to steal something. And rolling terribly.
I know, right? I was gonna say.
I hope he comes back and he's just like 4. It keeps getting worse.
I can imagine he's swearing his head off right now.
He's gonna stumble back into the party, like holding a hand over one of his eyeballs. He like stabbed it out, and he's trying to like slide a hand to like I don't know, put it
What
back
is
in
he
his fucking
doing,
head.
bro? His roller shit, dude. Oh my god.
So the dagger was a nat 1. The damage was also a nat 1. That second dagger was pretty good. The sleight of hand was a 6, and the other sleight of hand was a 2.
Please don't die.
That's the one spell that dude fucking knows, I swear to God.
Thala, please don't die. This man's gonna fuck up so bad he'll somehow kill himself.
I mean, in my other fucking campaign, I was playing a warlock.
It's gonna turn into a game of Clue.
And he would always, my other DM, whenever you rolled a nat 1, he would always have something bad happen. Like, no matter what, whether enemies or allies, if someone rolled a nat 1 for an attack roll or something, it was always bad. Like, your weapon breaks or some shit like that.
That's actually cool.
Which did actually cause us a TPK because our fighter basically, he had like 2 turns in a row or something where he rolled nat 1s, and the DM had a dice, like a table he'd roll on, and both times his weapon broke. So he basically was like, he had 2 turns where he did nothing, and then his third turn he had to use a dagger.
Oh my god.
But I had one because I was playing a warlock, and I'm not sure if you know much about Eldritch Blast, but we were higher levels to the point where I had 4 attacks with Eldritch Blast. I rolled all 4 attacks. Every single one of them was a nat 1. I rolled 4 nat runs in a row.
That's actually wild.
And he would make it so the spells would backfire. So I just fucking ate 4 Eldritch Blasts to my face, and I was like, yeah, this is fine.
That's fucking crazy, dude. That's pretty funny though. Well, I kind of like that.
He played around with serious injuries as well, but we very quickly discovered like serious and critical injuries are not fun to play with. Basically, if you take more than half your health in a single hit from a crit, I know it's oddly specific, but it does happen. Because more often than not, if you're getting hit by a crit, you're taking a lot of damage. But if you took more than half your health, you'd suffer like a critical injury, and that was something as bad as like you'd lose functions in your left arm or some shit like that. Like it was all like really serious stuff, and like we were low levels at this point, so like every time an enemy got a crit, we'd get a serious injury, and it got to the point where like nothing. We just half our party couldn't do shit.
Something's going on here.
With Oog, nonetheless.
What?
Estens is asking if you can roll a perception with disadvantage.
Oh. Yeah, that's not the best stat I got.
I'm like, what the fuck is he doing, bro?
Oh, that was so
Damn.
good.
The difference, dude. That's so bad.
That means you actually could have rolled a 0.
I have a mount with me.
It's just in the fucking thing.
Like, fuck around and find out, bro.
I don't know if it matters. I don't know what I'm rolling for.
By the way,
I have no idea what's going on.
And now I had another idea as well, that if like you ever use that darkness spell on your thing, on
Yeah.
your guy. Another one. I was debating like I'm not sure if you have to cast or if I can cast. If I can just store a spell in general. Um, I was gonna cast the enhance ability on it, and it just whenever it needs, it could just get a massive boost to strength and a shit ton of temporary hit points as well. And I'm like, that probably wouldn't be a bad idea for this thing to be able to go Super Saiyan strength if we ever fucking need that.
Yeah, true. I mean, that's the bad thing is that like I don't really have many. Like it's perfect for spellcasters, but
He got a good
it's
persuasion. The
it's
hell's
fine.
Who's he
doing?
persuading?
I don't know.
This is the fucking wildest shit, man.
I'm asleep, so I don't think he can be doing anything to me. I don't know if he. I actually don't know. Sleight of hand. Maybe he was trying to break into somebody's room, bro.
Just so you guys know, I'm at the cart. Remember?
Oh, that's right. You're not even here, huh? He. Well, Stens would have reminded him. Maybe Stens didn't remember. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm super
Squaw.
curious about this. Raven? Whose is that?
Isn't that
Fet's
Fet's
That's
Raven?
Fet's
Fet's
thing.
bird.
Well, Fet's persuading
Mm.
the dragon not to kill us. I'll be right back.
He ran into trouble.
Is it a VTuber? Welcome back.
What's up?
Not much.
So, you guys have that dream.
Do I have a dream?
You do not have the dream.
Oh shit.
But you now know of the two different dreams. I need to find a page. Okay. Can I get D8s from everyone?
Everybody, all right.
Everybody.
Yeah. Not rolling good today. Can we not get into combat? Let's say.
Oh, we're rolling d8s. Oh, roll d8.
Yeah. Yes, please. Okay. Um. Um. Yeah, your rest goes by uneventful. It's very relaxing. You guys all sleep very well. Vorin, you would be the first to wake up.
All right.
What would you like to do?
I like to um head out and grab my shield guardian on the way out as I pass the cart. I'm gonna go to the south side, like the path that you would take to leave,
Sure.
and try and see what I can do to have it displace as much snow as possible within the 4 hours before everyone wakes up. Like trying to clear the path, I guess.
So, as you leave the inn, and as you approach your Polar Express, you notice that the polar bear is nowhere to be seen.
Oh no.
Fucking swear to God. Is the polar bear gone? Can I inspect the cart for signs of fuckery?
Tomfuckery.
Tomfuckery?
How about can you roll me, I guess, survival?
Yeah, let me pull my fucking character sheet out. I have I'm pretty sure I know what the fuck happened, but yeah, sure. Survival. Yeah, I know nothing.
You're like standing there, like scratching your head. You're looking at like where the polar bear was like connected to the cart, and you're thinking to yourself, well, everything here looks right. I don't understand.
Am I still wearing the? Is my shield guardian still wearing the polar bear pelt?
Yep.
Okay. Can I see if there's like any tracks for it in the snow?
You roll me another survival.
Alright. Um, I would like to use one of my psychic dice.
Sure.
Hold up.
Yep.
Oh, I do have proficiency for that, so I can use it. Okay. I can only use this on stuff that I have proficiency or expertise with.
Well,
Alright.
I'll tell you this much.
Add that to the
There. Okay. There are a lot of tracks in the snow. And a lot of like it's definitely evident that this is like a high traveled area, but you can kind of see the freshest tracks are tracks in the snow that are leading away from Bremen that look quite like polar bear tracks.
I don't know if I want to, if I fucking care enough about this polar bear.
They seem to be leading in the direction that Mike directed you guys towards the Dark Duchess.
That's weird. Um, what the fuck am I supposed to do about this? I'll just, actually, you know what? I wonder if I can just, no, that's not gonna help. Alright, well, you know what? I'm not chasing that thing at 12 o'clock at midnight out into the fucking wilds by myself, so we can make do pulling this thing with just my shield guardian, so I'm gonna write that polar bear off as a loss, and I'm
Alrighty.
going to go continue doing what I set out to do originally.
Alrighty.
So
So you're looking at what once was a path, and it looks pretty packed in. Um, and what normally would probably take you less than 2 hours is probably going to take you 2 hours to get to the next town over.
so it would take 2 hours to what, traverse over the packed shit?
Yeah.
which I'm assuming would be Targos is where we'd be heading.
That is the next town over.
Would it take me? Fuck, I'm not getting. I don't want to do that shit either. How much path could I get cleared with my Shield Guardian in the next 4 hours?
Let's see.
Character sheet 2 for that.
So, so let's see.
One second, I'll be right back.
I presume you just want like your Shield Guardian to kind of like punch through the snow.
Yeah, or just like swing his arms and bat pieces of it out of the way.
Come back.
Well, I got a better thing. I'm just gonna tell it to just do that for 4 hours and then stop and return.
Okay.
Yeah.
It will do that. I still have to figure something out real quick.
Okay. And that way we can get a head start on clearing the path, and if we leave, then we can all meet it on its return approach, depending on how long that takes. Actually, that's a terrible idea. I want it to walk until it hits a town and then stop. Because if you say
And
it
then come
takes
back.
2 hours to get to the next town, and I just told it to walk for 4 minutes swinging its arms, and it just goes through Targos, just knocking houses out of the way, I'd rather avoid that situation.
So you
That'd be a
want them to
terrible
walk
idea.
and clear snow until it reaches Targos.
Yes,
Okay.
and then stop and return.
Okay.
Because as long as we're on the same plane, I can telepathically call it to me, and it knows how far and the direction to me.
Give me 1 sec.
But that's all I'm gonna do for my rest. Like once I send that thing on its way, I'm just gonna start whittling on my horn, and that's gonna be it until everyone else wakes up.
Okay. Let me just write a number down real quick.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Alright. I'll wait till he gets back before I continue.
Lexi. So you know how like there's on dogs, there's like you scratch them like in the perfect like in that way, and they will like they're like will start shaking.
Yeah.
We found that recently on my youngest dog. And she
Nice.
makes the stupidest face while she does it.
That's cute.
She like lifts up her head and then like her mouth just like goes in like all the way back. Like her doing it right now. It's just
I guess I don't have to wait for Ford. Time passes, and it is now more or less 4 in the morning.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. You see your shield guardian begin punching through the snow, and he's working kind of slow, but nevertheless, it seems to be making some progress. Like each minute, it seems to be getting further and further away from you.
Every minute we stray further from God.
Every day we stray further from Heidelin. That was a tag in some fucking mod last night. That was put like dicks on horses or some shit. Go ahead.
You guys, the rest of you guys wake up, and it's about like 4 in the morning. But Nibbles, you see that Ophelia is still asleep. What do you guys want to do?
Wait, has Vorn? So we're like so except Ophelia's awake now, right?
Ophelia is actually still asleep.
As I say, everyone but Ophelia's awake.
Yeah. Yep.
Has Vorn informed us that a polar bear is missing?
No,
Or
I'm
okay.
just sitting outside, just whittling on this horn, waiting on y'all to wake up.
Adolf's pretty hungover, so he's kind of just still like stumbling around, trying not to vomit.
I'd assume the first thing I'd probably do is head outside after I woke up. Actually, wait, before I do that, does this place look like it serves food or just alcohol?
So
we're
this
not
place,
in a tavern. This is an inn.
This is the
yeah,
big
this place
treasures.
wasn't. This is very treasures. This place does not look like it serves food. There's maybe like you could maybe get like packets of crackers, but nothing like. You probably have to go into town to find some food.
All right. If there's no food here to be had, then I'd probably head out.
Okay.
All right, when I see Gale walk out, I'm gonna holler at him and point down at where there should be a polar bear.
Yeah.
You know when
do
something goes
not see a
missing and the
polar-
little lights go flashing around it, like, and it's just empty? I'd like it's doing
Yeah.
that shit. It's just like, oh.
Did you mutilate another polar bear, Vorn?
I didn't mutilate the first one. It was already dead, jackass. No. This one is just I woke up and it's gone.
I'm gonna insight check.
Insight check on Vorn.
Yep.
All right.
Because this is also the asshole who put a fucking ferret in me while I was sleeping.
What?
I don't
that?
worry. Gale remembers that.
It was
Vorn,
I don't-
roll
it was a
perception or
weasel.
dissuasion.
Perception or dissuasion?
Deception, not dissuasion. Deception.
Dissuasion.
Persuasion or deception. Persuasion or deception. That's what he wants to say.
No, he doesn't need to roll.
Nice.
He doesn't need to roll at all.
Okay, yeah.
Doesn't need to roll at all.
Kel, you're just like, okay.
It's like the scene from all
Okay,
the,
I believe you.
I was gonna say the True Blade Seeker videos. Though. Okay, I believe you.
All right. That's awful luck with these rolls tonight, dude.
You know what? We're getting all the out of combat stuff done, like all the bad rolls here. So for combat, we'll be good.
I can doubt it, but
well, did you try looking for it, or you just been sitting here with the horn?
Well, I saw some tracks for it leading off, but I don't know about you, but I don't think it's a pretty good. I came out here at like 12 or so, like this morning, and there were tracks leading off. I'm just gonna like point the way it was going, but it's 12 at night. I'm not risking my life walking out into that shit for a polar bear.
These tracks, Stens, does it look like something like the polar bear? Like, is there a bunch of like tussle and like things that like the polar bear was like forcefully removed, or does it look like it wandered off?
Roll survival.
At this point, Adol rolls up, feeling about as awful as Varden looks.
Wow.
15.
Plus
From what
9
you
to
can
survival.
Mm-hmm.
He's a ranger.
From what you can tell, it looks like this this polar bear left in a daze. Like it looks, the tracks just kind of look like
We all know
not
what happened.
super fast paced, not like regular pace, but more like almost like a dragging pace.
Almost as if someone commanded it to walk against its will.
At this point, Adol realizes that they were down a bear. So I'm asking, what the fuck happened to our bear?
For the second
I'm
time,
gonna.
it's gone.
I'm gonna. It's morning, right, Stens? So there's. It's
It's
pretty
early
close.
morning.
So it's what's early morning?
It's
What would you
probably
do?
like at the point that Adol joins you guys. It's probably like 4:35 in the morning. You guys went to bed pretty early.
Yeah, at like 8. I got up
Okay.
at
Well,
12, and then y'all got up at like 4 or ish, something around
I'm
there.
gonna light a lantern and follow after these tracks to see if I can find the
I'm
polar
gonna
bear.
poke my head out of the cart and be like, "What's up?"
Guys, I'm sorry to do
Oh,
this, but I really have to pee. I'll be right back.
yeah, do your thing, man. We're gonna
All
RP.
the water.
That was
We're
good.
gonna RP. Well, I guess it's kind of pointless. I guess we'll just wait until he comes back.
Let's act like we all just know what the fuck happened here, right?
It's
This
me, your
someone
boy Cart Oog.
someone like
I
tried
was,
to
I
free
was
the
about to
polar
be like,
bear with a knife, and they hurt themselves, so they tried again and freed it, and then they, tried to persuade it to leave, and when it didn't work, they just commanded it to go. I don't want you to end up like your sister.
You got that almost correct, but I'm not saying.
Har har har, causing problems on purpose.
Yeah. He
I
rolled
want to know where my
persuasion, but
mount
then
was.
he realized that he never actually just rolled speak with animals, so he just had to command it.
Oh no, I did speak with animals. I mean,
Oh, yeah, you don't have to roll for that, so yeah. I
Yeah.
swear to God. You shouldn't have said anything. You should have just left it up until we discussed this with you. Oh no, the animal's missing. Let's go talk to the druid. It's okay. I also realized a critical flaw in my plan. Where I was gonna have
with the robot.
yeah, I was gonna have the shield guardian walk till hit a town and then walk back, because my assumption was we could just start traversing that path until we ran into it. And then I realized we don't have anything to pull the fucking cart, so we
I got
decided
an
to
axe beak.
wait in town until it comes back.
Yeah, he has an axe beak.
Yeah, we have Affiliate turn into an axe beak too, and actually pull some weight around here, literally.
I want to know if where my axe beak was when this was happening. Because it's a spirit and doesn't sleep.
Well, it's probably just.
oh my god.
Was it? Were you
Alrighty.
sleeping inside of the cart?
Yeah, it was inside the cart. That's probably why I had to roll the persuasion or the perception.
Probably.
Oh, Sense is back. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we left off with Oog popping his head out of the fucking cart.
Saying, what's up, guys?
Oog, do you know where
What's
the
up,
polar
guys?
bear is?
Oh, I want to go. I guess I'll freaking. Where's my mount at? Or where's my steed at, Steve?
Where do you where is your steed? Does your steed stay outside or
Yeah, he stays outside.
okay? And it's a
It's a
spiritual steed.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, your steed is probably still outside.
All right. I'm I guess commune with my steed to see if it saw anything.
Alrighty. Um. Do, do, do. So, what is your steed a pony?
No, it's an axe speak.
Pony.
That's
My
right.
little
Pony.
axe beak, my little axe beak.
Imagine Og just riding around a fucking. Oh, they got a pony, bro.
Yeah, I forgot the Chocobo quest is My Little Chocobo.
Yeah, you can fuck off with that.
It's an intelligent axe speak. Whoa.
Yeah, so it's an axe beak with intelligence of 6.
That's actually pretty high. Like for an animal. Oh yeah, because aren't they like their own thing? Like they're sentient.
Yeah, it's
There's-
their own
Yeah.
sentient thing, yeah.
That next week was smarter than fucking Craig.
And I can communicate telepathically when it's in 1 mile.
Is that a paladin thing?
No, it's
Oh,
part of the
yes.
whole fine steed thing.
Okay.
Here, I'll display it.
Yeah, I have it up.
Okay.
What do you want to say to your axe beak?
I'm pretty much gonna ask it. Did you see what happened to the polar bear last night?
So
Shenanigans went on.
the axe beak is just like yeah, polar bear.
Come on,
I
axe speak.
saw a polar bear.
I don't imagine my axe speak's this dumb, but okay. Did you see
Yeah,
any of
or-
us mess with this polar bear?
It kind of like tilts its head. It's like, yeah, you guys walk with polar bears.
Oh my god, polar bear!
Why immersion?
You're the one at the anime last time.
What about you guys?
I'm about to lean into Oog and be like, we've had to deal with this before with a certain cat. You need to be very precise with what you ask
This
this
axe
thing.
speak is supposed to be like 6 intelligence, bro.
Yes, intelligent enough to talk. And form a
No.
coherent sentence.
Sorry, you can't hear it talk, by the way. It's telepathic.
I know, but I'm assuming you're talking to it.
Well, like
Yeah,
for comparison,
telepathically.
what's the like average intelligence of a creature sense? It's something low, like 2 or 3.
Yes, like
isn't
2
it?
or
So-
something.
Yeah, normal axe beak has 2 intelligence.
So this dude's like a fucking
This thing's 3 times as
Genius.
smart.
for an X speak, but okay.
His mind's not working right because it's been suddenly burdened with like intelligence.
Well, it's a
sentience.
spirit. It's not actually an axe speak. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it doesn't need to.
it doesn't need to do shit.
So the
Just
way that the
thanks.
skill interprets intelligence, with an intelligence score of 6 to 7, the axe beak will misunderstand and misuse words often, and essentially has basic inductive reasoning.
I'm gonna
Is
put
that
my
is that
arm
is that
around.
like actually a detail in the fucking thing,
Um,
or is that somehow you're ruling it?
that's
It's probably like a scale for determining how
yeah, pretty much.
intelligence, but
This guide that I'm using gives me a scale for each point of
Intelligence, too.
intelligence that something has. Like the
Oh my
one
God.
before it, has
I only have 8 intelligence, by the way.
I'm gonna say essentially, if you're trying to discuss any sort of time or concept of time with this axe beak, it's probably going to have a very difficult time understanding that kind of construct.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask it. Actually, no, I'll wait. I just put my arm around my Axbeak and be like, we'll talk about this later, Axbeak, when you can actually see everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
Lauren, do you want to roleplay the
Axe Beak, I was about to say.
axe?
What?
Do you want to roleplay the axe peak?
What do I do?
No, I'm just kidding.
Aw.
Said you yell okay. I can't really hear what you're saying at all.
Okay.
Is that what an ex?
Jesus Christ.
Can I look around to see who's not here right now?
I'm gonna imagine that my Axbeak has a good sense of who to trust at least, or else it would have attacked somebody.
I think it's right now. It's literally just like, who actually is everyone here except Nibbles? I'd say if Nibbles in associated with
Enophilia.
Ophelia.
Yeah.
I feel like that's interesting enough already.
Don't say the words. Don't see those 3 letters.
Yeah, those 2 are currently missing. Ophelia and Nibbles.
The 2 people in this party I trust the least. What a
Probably
coincidence.
Probably everyone else, on the other hand, is awake and Adam.
I'm gonna hook my Axbeak
Cronus
up
is
to the
just
cart.
T-posing.
I want to go try and wake Ophelia up.
Well, I was just if we got nothing useful out of the axe pick, I'm gonna stick to my original plan, which was lighting my lantern and following the tracks. If they head like way out of town, then I'm gonna stop. But if it's still within the proximity of the town,
Well,
I'll
look,
keep
man.
following them.
What I was planning on doing was just riding the polar bear off and just having my shield guardian pull it.
How far?
Well,
But if you want to pursue this polar bear, feel free to. You're a ranger. You know what you're doing. You can track
well,
things.
at the very least, if it's off happy doing its own thing, that's whatever. We were kind of in a mutual agreement where we just gave it food and it pulled our cart.
Yeah.
I think it's been domesticated already. It's not happy. It's gonna die out there.
Yeah, it hasn't had to hunt for its own food for a while because we've been feeding it.
Exactly.
And before that, it was with the goblins. So who knows how long it's
It's
actually been in the
doomed.
wild.
Yeah. Imagine trying to save something only to doom it. Right? Can I go wake Ophelia up?
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
then,
Can I
yeah,
try
nothing
and
stopping you.
lock pick my way into her room?
Yeah. Ophelia, did you lock your door? Or would you normally sleep with your door locked?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I guess you're gonna head back into the inn then?
Yeah.
You do so. You head up the stairs. You go find the door that is Ophelia's. And roll, I guess, a sleight of hand.
It's plus 10 on sleight of hand. You got it. Fuck! Well, well, it's an 11.
Ophelia, roll perception. With Ophelia and Nibbles, roll perception with disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Okay.
Yeah, because you guys are asleep.
You said perception, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Are you shitting me right now?
Ophelia, something stirs you awake. Okay, then you can just roll regular perception, Nibbles.
What
Yeah,
are y'all doing?
Nibbles.
What are y'all doing now?
The 2 of you get stirred awake.
Oh, was up?
It sounds like something's. You don't quite know. It's kind of like You know something woke you up, but you're not quite sure. Vorn, upon missing the lock, I assume you would do it again. Trying again with your lockpick.
Do I hear them like stirring? Like I'm assuming the pick just like breaks.
So yeah, the pick part breaks, but you have like the you still have, I guess,
It does the
part.
Skyrim pick break thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just want to know. Like it's gonna break. I'm gonna like wince, and then I'm gonna listen to see if anyone sounds
Roll
like they woke
perception.
up.
It is incredibly still on the other side of that door.
Oh!
Okay.
Aside from that,
All right. I'm going to try lock picking it again.
okay.
That's
This
what we need.
you are able to open the door.
All right.
We need more Lime cameos.
All right. I would like to stealth my way into the room.
All right.
big are these rooms?
You feel stealthy as fuck.
All right.
I guess you just like open the door and slip inside and quietly close it.
Yeah.
You do so.
That's right, bro.
Um. Do I see if they're awake? Do I need to roll another perception now that I'm in the room?
Yeah. How about, can all three of you roll perception once more?
Fuck. I'm blind as shit, apparently.
Oh wait, that was with disadvantage.
It's okay.
Doesn't matter. What the fuck
Plus
are y'all doing?
7.
Y'all
Yeah.
spend too much time together.
The bed appears to be still from what you can see, but Vorn's definitely in your room. You guys can tell. Or someone. Might not be Vorn. You don't know.
I'm gonna like pull my dagger. Or no. I'm gonna like, depending on where like Nibbles is, I'm gonna like look at to see if Nibbles is awake. Actually, I don't know where Nibbles sleeps when in my room.
I love this song.
Star Springer Banner.
Sorry about that, guys.
Where's Nibbles in compared to me? Is Nibbles on my bed or is like Nibbles in the corner?
If I make eye contact with Nibbles, I want to hold my finger up, like making like a shush noise.
Sorry, what did you say before that, Ophelia?
I want to know where Nibbles is in the room. Like, is Nibbles Nick more likely to be next on or next? Okay.
And you would probably know that Nibbles probably regularly sleeps like that with you.
Mm.
All right. Well, ultimately, this is what I want to do. I just want to reach in my bag of holding and pull out like a slab of bear meat, creep up on Ophelia, and just put it on her face.
Okay.
Whatever happens after that happens.
Roll a sleight of hand.
Bear meat's what they call it nowadays.
Okay.
Since if I use the Thunder Wave while holding Nibbles, will Nibbles not be hurt?
Flies out of your hand.
Give me a sec.
My university just closed down until further notice because of the heat.
Oh wow.
That makes
What a
no
bunch
sense.
of wusses,
Bunch
man.
of
Yeah, what
fucking
the fuck?
What a
sissies.
bunch of pansies.
Yeah, Nibbles will get hurt from that.
Then I'm not gonna do that.
Oh no, my syrup isn't flowing as slow as usual because of the heat. I gotta fucking close this
I actually
university.
think it's because those buildings don't have air conditioning. So
That's probably it.
you're putting 150 people
Yeah,
in a room
yeah, open a
while
window.
COVID is still a thing though.
Open a window, put a ice in front of a fan.
Ophelia, roll me a dexterity save.
Dexterity save?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh shit, I did it with I gotta turn that off. Let me turn that off right now.
I'll take the 12. You, a cold, wet, squishy object is planted against your face.
I'm gonna jump up and scream.
It falls off from your face and lands on the bed.
We'll like look around.
It's
I'm guessing
very
it's like
dark
just
in here, but you can sense that there is someone else in here.
like can I like do I just see a shadowy figure?
Yeah, more or less.
Then I'm gonna do fucking produce flame and throw it.
I thought
Okay.
you were gonna say command, and I was like, oh boy, here we go again.
Oh, I do have command. I'm already doing produce flame.
All right. Roll produce flame. So your flame produces. Well, what's your armor class?
Huh?
What's your armor class? Is it
16.
14? Okay. So you produce the flame in your hand and haphazardly throw it, and
Throw like a girl.
Vorin
I
kind of
am
like,
a girl.
you can now see from this light that it's Vorin in your room, and you toss it, and Vorin kind of like twists with his shoulder, and it kind of hits him on the back of the shoulder, and doesn't essentially connect. Kind of like deflects it.
I'm gonna stick my hands up like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Use that to cook your
Okay.
breakfast, and I'm gonna point at the bear steak and be like, "Good morning, come outside," and then I'm gonna turn around and leave.
Ophelia,
I'm just gonna. Or go ahead.
although you're groggy, you from that rest you have the benefits of taking a long rest.
Hog.
Do you go outside?
I'm gonna give. I'm gonna give Nibbles whatever the meat is on the bed. I'm guessing I wouldn't know what that is.
Okay, Nibbles.
And then yeah, then I'll head outside.
Oh shit! Whoops.
I thought what was gonna happen is like. I mean, it's been in a bag of holding. I don't know. I thought what Stinch was gonna say is like the produce flame misses and sets the fucking building on fire.
If it was a
I
no,
really should have done something different.
I don't think there's like enough fire. Like it's a very basic like cantrip-esque spell.
Huh.
Nibbles roll. I guess in nature. Yeah, it smells fairly fresh.
Nibbo's coming in strong with these fucking rolls tonight.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Right. Nibbles eats the bear meat that was left on Ophelia's bed and Nibbles' bed. Sorry, Ophelia, are you walking outside?
Yeah.
As soon as Ophelia rounds the bend, Oog, your spectral axe beat says, "There she is!" There's the girl that talks to the polar bears. There she is.
Does only Oog understand?
I
Yeah.
just pat my axe speak. I'm like, good boy, good boy. I'm gonna
I
hook him
assume
up
I'm
to the
still
cart.
out following the tracks at this time.
Okay. Probably a half hour's passed, and the tracks extend for as long as you can see.
But like, do they extend into town or just into the fucking wilderness?
Just out into the
It seemed
wilderness.
yeah, into the wilderness.
That's why I didn't
More or
follow.
less towards the direction that that Mike had pointed you towards the Dark Duchess.
I don't think he knows where that is, does he?
I had
Me
pointed.
or Mike?
I had pointed. I had.
You out of character. Like, I don't know
Oh
if
no,
you
I mean
like
I
know
watched
the
the
direction that
video.
is.
I'm
Okay.
assuming it's the big red circle on the map.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a bunch of those now.
Do we need to add some arrows as well?
Yeah,
Zoom
here.
ins, shatter sound effects.
I'm just gonna do this at this point.
Can I get an enhance in chat?
There she
Yes.
is.
What do you guys want to do? Or, well, yeah. The tracks
Is-
continue to extend.
Yeah, if they just go into the white blue yonder, I'm just gonna start heading back then.
White blue yonder.
Alrighty. You begin heading back.
I was gonna say great blue yonder, but it's snow, so I'm saying white.
Well, then I see Gail.
Are we
Coming
back to the party right now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna come out with like rubbing my eyes and be like, why was born in my room?
I just come in to wake you up
Why?
because everyone else is awake. Why the hell are you still sleeping?
I don't
We've got
think
things
that
to do.
drink was made of a plant.
It literally is made out of plants.
They think you're wrong.
Adol, tell her. You're smart. Tell her it's made out of plants.
Just like throws up.
It's the rainbow connoisseur puke.
He's like, yeah, this plant's all right.
Just makes direct eye contact, puke.
Wait, it's this. It's fucking that. He's on the cart, just laying off the cart, doing that.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Well,
Well, Oog, your bird's doing a lot of squawking.
Oh, bird crazy. Doesn't like to be domesticated by chains.
Wow. The Spartacus axe beak. Well, I'm gonna let everybody know that look, I sent my shield guardian south towards Targos. It's just there should be like a clear path, right? If like I point over there and like look and it's like kind
Yeah.
of like scraped out.
You've lost sight of the shield guardian at this point,
Yeah.
but there does seem to be a shield guardian sized path.
Well, without bears and without the big guy, I don't think we can do anything else other than wait.
what
Well,
do you mean
let's have
without
some,
bears?
I'll call it back. Oh yeah. Yeah. What do you mean without bears? Staring at Ophelia. But no, I'm just gonna call the shield guardian back. I'm like, I have it on its way back. Let's go get some breakfast, and when it comes back, we'll just lash it to it and it'll pull us. We don't need the bears. These things are.
Breakfast
I don't have to feed.
breakfast sounds good.
I don't have to feed this thing.
I think that bear betrayed us. If I ever find it, I'm absolutely gonna fucking annihilate it.
Same. Staring at Ophelia.
Um,
Do you want to try a different tavern for breakfast, or do you want to go back to the what's it, the mouth? Was it just
Well,
river mouth?
we can go back to the one we were at because if we're heading out, if we're gonna, have we decided? Are we gonna head out to the Duchess?
Nah, we're heading to Carradine Evil still.
Oh,
Carrot and
okay.
Evil, check out what's there, and if there's nothing of interest there, then we're gonna head to the Duchess.
all right, dude.
All right. Well, maybe we can still get some more information from Mike, unless we're good on that. Then I don't care.
Well, maybe he'll probably be there.
Yeah, he looks like he lives there.
Yeah.
So you guys head back to River's Mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do so. And yeah, Rory is there and Mike is there.
Nice. Rory's the
Rory McElroy.
He's the kind of like the bar
barkeep, I guess.
Yeah, barkeep.
Do they have breakfast here? He said no, right?
Yeah. So
Oh,
this
they do?
is one of the taverns, yeah.
Oh man, my man Rory, what do you have to eat?
I got some meat. Do you like wild hair? Got some hair meat.
Do you
Hair
have
meat
any
sounds.
apples?
Hair meat
You know what?
sounds like so disgusting.
It's
Just
actually
imagine
not.
hair. No, just hair and meat. Like I'm thinking
Oh
like head hair. On
no. You know what? I'll take some hair meat. How much? How much do I owe you?
Copper pieces. 3 copper pieces.
3 copper pieces. Let me see.
I'm just gonna learn how to cook.
I should probably do the same thing. Hey, I do have 3 copper pieces, so I give him the 3 copper pieces.
He has a plate, and he's got like in the fire. He's kind of got like a cauldron hanging, and he goes in there with like a pair of tongs and pulls out this slimy piece of meat that he just splats on the plate and hands to you.
Oh my god. I'm gonna lean over your shoulder and look at it and be like, oh, make a face. That looks gross, bro.
Reminds me of you, bro.
Well, I'm not the
Take
one
my plate.
vomiting all over the place. It looks like you threw up on the plate, not the snow, dude.
Yeah. It all ends up in the same place, right?
I guess.
Rory, do you
Alright.
have anything other
You
than
know what?
meat?
That raises a very good question. When's the last time any of us took a shit, dude?
What do you mean?
I've never heard bathroom uttered once in 28
I feel-
sessions.
I feel like it's just like it's just a known thing, bro. It's at some point it's just we drop that deuce somewhere.
I got some oats. Would you like
Oh,
some oats, you young lass?
Ophelia probably has nibbles. Eat
Say
hers.
nuts?
I got. I might have some nuts somewhere. And
Wait,
he-
no, what? Wait, what did you say? I actually couldn't hear.
Got some
Nuts.
oats.
The hell's that?
Oats.
Oats. Oh yeah,
Oats.
then sure. Yeah, Ophelia nods.
He opens the window beside the bar, takes like a handful of snow out from off the windowsill and puts it in a kettle. Hangs that over the fire. We'll be right up,
As
young
do you do
lass.
this?
It'll be 3 copper pieces.
Alrighty. Copper.
It also just like he doesn't even have his head like his head's just like on the table and he's just like slowly like just like forking the fucking meat into his mouth.
Oh,
It doesn't taste terrible. You definitely have had better meats.
It's
But
not
also
hard to-
worse. I'm content.
Hey Naz, do you actually go outside and like grab snow and then use it to cook with?
What?
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 Is that a stupid question? I don't think
Yeah.
so.
I've heard that there's that treat where they like get snow and like cover it in like syrup, but I don't think
I
it's
know that
like
one.
commonplace.
they do that. That's more of like a Quebec and Montreal thing.
Snow cones?
Where no, they
No.
literally like
Oh.
they get like a popsicle stick, they stick it into the snow, and then they
Oh
just
my
douse it in
God.
syrup, and then you literally just have like your own little like syrup snow icicle popsicle thing.
What the fuck?
Yeah, kind of gross.
Y'all just put syrup on anything, won't you?
But did you ask me if I use snow to cook with?
He did.
It's solidified water. What the
Yeah.
fuck am I gonna do with it?
But it,
Boil it,
Cook?
bro.
Do you not understand what this man is doing right now?
but it also, I would want to eat with fucking shit cooked in snow, bro. That shit's floating around the atmosphere, collecting all sorts of pollution and weird gas particles.
What pollution? We live in. Oh wait.
No, I'm talking about in real life, you fucking ding
Okay,
dong.
I was about to say.
The geopolitical environment of Icewind Dale has been a big concern for us over here for quite a while.
Well, that's how we solve this. That's how we take out down Oreo. Is global warming.
I mean,
Bro.
I feel like that probably wouldn't work.
Bro, if you just cast produce flame every second of every day, you'll just heat Icewind Dale up enough.
See, you joke, but there actually are spells in D&D that are like, hey, yeah, this effect is temporary, but if you cast this spell in the same spot every day for a year, it becomes permanent. And I'm not joking.
That's pretty cool.
What's that one movie where
Frickin-
they chug bottles of syrup?
Say that again.
They like chug bottles of syrup.
That's one I haven't heard of.
Wait, this is like a thing, like a real
Everyday
movie?
life for them.
It was in a movie. I don't remember what it's
See,
called.
I don't know. I've never heard of that, but it's definitely something I'd write off. Some people just, hey, they
Wait,
just want
that's
diabetes.
Elf.
Elf.
What?
They chug
Elf.
bottles
He
of
drinks
syrup.
bottles of maple syrup. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're not wrong.
I think it was a different movie, but yeah, I guess so.
So Gail, you're
Didn't,
saying like
didn't
if I
he get like a Coke? He had like a Coke and maple syrup mix at some point
Yeah.
in that movie.
Oh, you know what movie did it? Super Troopers.
Yeah, Super Troopers. That's it.
When they're like at a diner and they're just I remember that shit. That was a great movie.
So Gail, you mean to tell me that if I cast the same spell in the same spot every day, eventually it'll just become permanent?
Certain spells are like that. I know teleportation circles like that.
What about
Um,
darkness?
I don't think darkness is. I know
Damn.
druids.
Because I know it moves based on what you cast it on, so if I just kept touching Ophelia and casting darkness every day for a year, she'd just be surrounded in a cloud of shit and she just can't see
I
it.
think druids got a spell called like Grove or something, or Druidic Grove,
You just
Yeah.
make
where
forest.
they can basically do that. They can just like make an area just like really hard to navigate and like covered with mists and shit like that.
That's
And if
pretty
they
cool.
cast it in the same spot for a year, it becomes permanent and stuff like that.
That's dope.
Damn, bro, makes us the Lost Woods.
So yeah, what are you guys doing?
Kind of done eating at this point. Just kind of vibing on the table.
I'm just waiting on my shield guardian to return so we can hook it up.
Ophelia, you're Rory hands you the oats.
Awesome.
It's like oatmeal.
I'm gonna dig in.
And
Like-
shortly after that, the shield guardian does return to you for it.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
It just like opens the door to the
that's what I'm trying to. That's like I'm like,
There's an iron.
walks right on in.
iron giant.
I'm back.
I just imagine it just like kicking the door open. You're like, beep boop, motherfucker.
I just imagine like shouldering its way just through like the door frame, just like crunch,
The
crash,
Kool-Aid man.
just busting. Like fuck, now I gotta
It
pay
doesn't
for repairs.
She doesn't understand doors. It just busts through the wall right next to the door.
It's like he goes, oh yeah, like
Yeah.
it's fucking Kool-Aid man. That's why I was like, oh fuck, as I hear it getting closer, I'm just gonna walk outside to just like wave my arms at it so it'll stop. I don't want it like walking up into the fucking end, freaking people out.
It stops.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna pop my
I
head
just,
back
like-
in the door and be like, ride's here, and pop my head back out.
I go out and follow.
Is Gale like still on his way back, or is he with us?
Who? Oh, Gale.
Gale.
I thought he was. I
Yeah.
thought he was with us.
Yeah, I was with you guys because you were
Yeah.
saying
Okay, you were.
like, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know how far you had gone out following those tracks or how long it had taken
Oh
you to
no,
get
yeah,
back.
because I had said like as soon as they start like they're going away or like way out of town, then I was gonna turn back.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell everybody the ride's here. I'm just gonna have the I guess there's like 2 wooden pieces sticking off the front of the cart that we had him tied to, like the harness or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna have it like grab them with its fists.
both of them.
Yeah.
All right, you do so.
And now we have
Hey,
the world's first fantasy rickshaw.
Um,
Oh.
at this point, it's probably 7 in the morning. Are you guys ready to leave Bremen?
Yeah, I
Ready
am.
to go.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, yeah, you guys all pile in on this cart, and your shield guardian is more or less just like a motor. Um,
Oh yeah.
he can definitely move. However, the weight of the cart is a bit overbearing for him, and it kind of ends up being as if you guys are just moving at a walking pace, a regular travel pace, instead of having the Polar Express at this point.
Yeah, well that's to be expected. But it saves
Um,
us the trouble of walking ourselves.
this is true, yeah.
Isn't that slow even if I hook up my axe beak?
Um, let me look real quick.
What's the encumbrance on an axe beak?
I don't know.
My shield guardian ride your axe beak.
Oh hell no, dude.
It's a
Uh,
spear, it'll just go through it.
it might be a little bit faster. Axe beaks do not have the kind of strength that polar bears and shield guardians have, though. Unfortunately,
That's
they are
fine.
beasts of burden, though.
Well, there's not much we can really do about it now. So
My combat axe beak.
So you guys set off for Targus.
mhm.
You get about maybe like a quarter of the way, and you find that this is where your shield guardian had gotten to before the snow gets kind of rough.
Okay.
However, he just keeps walking like it's nothing through the snow.
All right.
And
No shits were given on that day.
the worst that happens is your ride becomes a little bit more bumpy.
Turbulence. Everybody buckle up.
Nevertheless, you guys make it to Targus. Oops. Probably around 9 in the morning. Give me a sec here.
As we get there, Adol turns off his Spotify.
Okay. So Targus is the final largest town of 10 towns that you guys haven't been to yet.
We haven't been to Tourmaline, have we?
Oh yeah, Tourmaline is also.
Or Lonelywood.
The Lonely one's a smaller one.
Yeah,
Hmm.
The white ones are small, and then the black ones with the ring around them are the large towns. Ow.
yeah. So Tourmaline actually is the last one you haven't been to yet.
Okay.
But you guys arrive at Targus, and I might have used this music somewhere else before, but if I did, fuck it.
Oh no, I had the rhythm bot muted the whole time.
It's just been like the background noise stuff.
Ambience.
Yeah.
Okay, well now it's not muted, so here we go. Welcome to Targus.
I don't think you actually have used this.
Awesome.
Oh, this is baller. This makes me want to go fight a peasant.
Targus, like Bryn Shander, has also a wooden wall around it. And as you guys arrive at Targus, you can kind of see that this town is actually like you could just kind of tell like right away that it just kind of looks older than a lot of these other towns that you've seen so far. Let me just. You guys sort of be like kind of like approaching from the south. But yeah, it's kind of like this walled town. Do you guys head inside, or are you guys just gonna pass it by?
Well, I'll bring it
So-
to a stop and then ever ask everybody that question.
So hear me out. Do we really want to go in there and get more things to do?
No, it's
I,
fine.
I guess
we've already
he's right.
got, because
He's
you know
right.
we're gonna go in there. Someone's gonna need help, but if we don't know about it, we don't have to help them.
I mean,
How would you
you're
guys feel about pillaging the village?
not- I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I feel like we could probably.
It's fine. I don't think we ever had any
Just-
intention of stopping here to begin with. I was just offering the choice. We can just keep on going. This was just more of
maybe
a checkpoint
maybe
on
we
the
can
way.
come back here after we've gotten a few
fine.
things crossed off of our list.
Yeah, if we ever start heading back up to where this Dark Duchess thing allegedly is, we could always just pop by through here. I didn't know if anyone
That's not a
wanted
bad idea actually on our way back.
to- Yeah. Give people the chance to resupply too. I don't know if anyone wants to do that, since we haven't been to a town with any sort of like sundries or an armory or anything like that in a minute.
How are my rations doing? How's everyone's rations doing actually?
You still have a couple,
Yeah, I
like
still have
one
a
or
few.
two, I think.
I've still got a week's worth.
So yeah, I've got like 8 or so. Yeah, about a week's worth.
Alright, so we're good on food. Does anyone need to stop for anything? We're good.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, now you gotta go.
Should have done that before we left.
No, we're good.
Pee out the side window.
So are you guys going to continue onwards towards Bryn Shander?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Stan's got the music out for everything.
No worries. I'm actually just going to switch it back to what we had going.
Yo, I'm gonna add that shit to my playlist, bro. Good cookie music right there.
How are the roads between Targos and Bryn Shander? Are they better off than the ones between Bryn
But
and
yeah, they
Targos?
appear to be a lot better.
Okay.
However, it is a long task without the polar bears. And is there anything you guys want to talk about as you're on the way?
I got nothing.
You guys just kind of all.
We need to figure out a plan. When we get to
Carrot and Evil.
yeah, I was like, I can't remember if it was Carrot or Carrot and Evil.
Koenig had the drunk fucking.
Yeah. Are we just gonna bang on the gate and be like, "Let us look around," or are we gonna have an actual plausible story?
Well, I feel like we should have a story.
I mean, we could always just be like, hey, well, we passed by here not long ago, just passing by again, wanted to see how things were, considering your trouble with your speaker situation.
It's not a bad idea, actually. I'm sure if maybe something was happening or there's some sort of weird stuff happening around town, we could just ask about that.
Yeah.
I feel like the town folks would also be kind of weird about it too, so we might just be able to read it off the atmosphere.
Yeah, because the last time we were here, it was really strange.
Yeah, and Keith was being an asshole and shit. So yeah, we can just kind of take a quick little trip through the town, see how things look, and then just see if we can just kind of make our way to the cairn.
Make our way downtown.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Faces Beth.
Yeah.
And I'm Carrot and Evil bound. Okay.
Okay. So
Making my way downtown.
this song plays as you guys make your way to Bryn Shander, actually. And as you get closer to Bryn Shander, actually all along this path, you see signs of commerce. Like you see people pulling in wagons and filled with goods, and just like travelers that are heading between the larger towns, as well as other types of folk who are either on dog sled or axe beak. But and this path too seems kind of very well cleaned compared to other paths that you've taken, and you can kind of surmise that this may be why these towns are more or less thriving compared to some of the other towns you've been to. That they're not kind of cut off from resources, that they're more accessible and more available for trading, these types of things.
Mm-hmm.
Nevertheless, you once again arrive at Bryn Shander. And Bryn Shander, you kind of have, um, well, it's been a while since I looked at the Bryn Shander map. I don't think I think at one point I had all of this
Yeah.
unhidden for you guys, but there was an update and I think it took it away. But you kind of have this circular town, and you have kind of like these main roadways that shit.
That shit.
Yeah, I killed
Wait,
the
someone here does.
um, so you probably will be approaching from the southwest gate. There's also the east gate.
Just make sure we get these right this time, unlike last time.
Yeah. There we go. That's what I wanted. We're gonna bring this to token layer. Okay. So, you can probably take the polar bears through town if you wanted to, or
No
you
more
could,
polar bears, bro.
or shield guardian. Sorry, I know it's too soon, but you could probably take your shield guardian through the town proper, but probably not down like some of the side streets. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like that little tactical information you just dropped in there. I'm not a big fan of that.
I mean, I feel like we should maybe not bring unwanted attention to ourselves. At least not what could be negative attention.
Yeah, we could just go around the
Big
outskirts.
shield guardian can be seen as a huge threat.
Are
Yeah.
they?
I mean, it's literally a walking like fucking like automaton fucking god thing, bro.
Walking automaton god.
I feel like if I was like a fucking random ass peasant and I just saw this shit pull up in my town, I'd kind of freak out about it,
Especially wearing the carcass of a dead polar bear on it.
right? Pulling a fucking wagon with a bunch of red random adventurers.
Well, I
Like
mean,
these guys are definitely good.
But the most
We're
fearsome thing about this whole menagerie is the singing fish mounted atop. Actually, now that you bring, was it Bryn Shander or was it fucking East Haven? I'm pretty sure it was. Which one had the inn in it that I stole the fish from?
I thought it was Bryn Shander.
Yeah, that's mentioned.
Yeah, I don't want to go through Bryn Shander.
Okay.
Yes. We can skirt it. We go around
You
the
make
outskirts
it
of
to
it.
Bryn Shander at around 5 in the afternoon, just after dim light goes down.
Oh, they start
we-
locking the gates and shit after a
I
while.
was gonna
don't
say
they?
if it's dark, I'm pretty sure the gates are locked.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that
Yeah,
answers the
this place
question.
does that.
That answers the question. We can just sleep outside. Going into town would probably just cause issues.
Yeah.
Let's just sleep outside close to the city, and then we'll head back out on our way to Koenig the next day.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. So, you guys want to settle down outside the southwest gate of town?
Maybe
Yeah.
not like right up against the gate.
What is
Well,
this
like-
thing? Actually, what is this thing right here?
That's probably,
Visitor center.
yeah, probably. It's probably like a camp, more or less, outside of town.
Hmm.
Or maybe some sort of watchtower. But I think it'd be more likely to be a camp.
I'm gonna pull over there and see if they're if it's whatever it is. If it's a camp, we can just like camp there too.
Yeah, you pull up and it's got there's a couple other people that are kind of settled up there that got here a little bit later after the gates closed. But yeah, it's nice and cozy. It's also, as you guys may or may not remember, Brinchani's kind of like up on a hill, and this part is more or less like up on that hill.
Alright, well, I'm gonna pull it up to a stop and hop off and stretch and fucking settle in for the night.
Alrighty. Does anyone else want to do anything while you guys are here?
No, I think I'm just gonna go to sleep as well.
Alrighty.
So we're gonna have an interesting morning.
Does any one of you want to keep a watch, or you just
You know what?
gonna all sleep?
I'll I kind of want to like try out cooking.
You're gonna try cooking?
While we're out here, yeah. The
He's
first
gonna go to the
4 hours.
Culinarian Guild.
Sure.
I've got all the
Uh,
What are you
meat.
are you gonna cook with?
I need one of y'all to light something on fire, and I'm gonna
Just hold the meat over the open fire?
look. I have 19 arrows and no bow, so
What? Wait, what?
I'm gonna set all these arrows on fire and stick a piece of meat on an arrow and just hold it over it and see how well that works. Or no,
Yeah.
I'll skewer a couple pieces of my rapier. I'm gonna set a bundle of arrows on fire and just kind of like hold it over it and give it a shot. No seasoning. It's the whitest thing I could possibly do in Iceland Dale, but whatever. You go. That's just what I'm gonna do for my first hours. I'm just idling other than that, and then I'm gonna go to sleep.
Alrighty. So you are going to try to cook?
Actually, you know what? Flip that. I'm gonna transfer the first 4 hours. When I wake up, I'm gonna do that shit like I'm cooking breakfast. I got a lot of meat to go through.
Okay. So is anyone else doing anything during this first, before you guys rest?
Nah. Not me.
Okay. Alright. You all settle down to rest. I guess you guys take an early night, probably sleeping around 7 or so.
Yeah.
Get an
Or
early start.
you wake up at around 11 at night, all refreshed, and are you going to wait to cook until everyone else is going to be waking up, or?
Yeah. Well, like,
Okay.
yeah.
Before then, are you just going to spend that time kind of whittling your horn?
Yeah.
You do so. This horn's coming along quite nicely. And also the map is coming along quite nicely. It's almost finished.
Yeah, I'm so good.
So, probably around like midnight. Can you give me a perception roll, Vorn?
Mm-hmm. Fuck.
Okay. You you kind of get the sense that kind of like that feeling that you're being watched.
Ugh.
Like you can feel like the hair standing up on the back of your neck. And as you kind of like look around for the source in the distance, you hear what sounds like cuckoo cachoo.
Oh my god, what is that?
What?
But that's where we're going to end for the day.
God damn it.
If you wanna, you can roll me a survival. Maybe you might have heard this sound before.
It sounds familiar. You rolled a nat 1.
Jesus.
He's heard it before. It was the sound
Just now.
that Craig makes. He's back for revenge.
Craig is back for revenge.
There he is, standing in the darkness. Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, Shia
I just realized that like I completely forgot about Cronus like this whole time.
Yeah. I know we didn't do much this session. I know I spent like the first half hour.
That's fine. It was probably
flipping
needed.
yourself, but yeah.
Those sessions weren't recorded anyway, so
Yeah.
it's nice to have the refresh.
I normally don't like to do recaps because then like the way I interpret it might be different than the way you guys interpret it. I'd rather go by how you guys interpret it, unless it's like completely not the way that things happened. But yeah,
Stence's perspective. These goddamn idiots didn't go the place I wanted them to do, so instead we're over here.
but I hope you guys all had fun. Nevertheless,
All right, thanks, Stence.
yeah, no problem.
Yep. Thanks for this
You-
session.
No problem. I got work tomorrow, so I'm probably gonna head out.
I got work